All right, welcome to episode 36 of Adventures in Inbetweening. I'm taking another look at One Piece, this time from episode 1040. Who's Who is taking on Jinbe. Wonderful stuff. So here's Who's Who coming in for his first attack. Oda often just makes the first attack just seem so incredibly overpowering and crazy fast and just unstoppable. So here we've got the Fang Flash coming into screen, coming right into us. So we get a sense of what that's about before we see it more later on. We have some sparkles here. Now Who's going to take off right towards screen. You can see coming right into camera, we get to see the fangs. We get to see the eyes, everything. We get to see the magic aura surrounding him. Coming in right towards the screen. See all this background flying past. We've rotated the camera 90 degrees is the idea here. Look at these shapes coming in. Here comes Who's Who. Now in profile. Really clear what's going on. Moving away from us. Getting further and further so we can see more in a wide shot. Now look at this point here. Who's Who is basically turned into abstract shapes, almost just energy coming forward, going straight towards Jinbe. And it's like, wow, this is powerful stuff. You can see that the animation here is actually on 2s while the background is moving on 1s. So we only have to do 12 drawings every second instead of 24. Now we get some shockwave coming out there. Here comes the curve, boom. Who's Who gets an extra speed burst. Now we're going to catch up with the camera going even faster, and now we're seeing some shock waves coming out towards us, like almost like Who's Who is breaking the sound barrier and just boom, 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 shock, shock, shock. Crazy stuff. Okay, and then we're going to come from behind now. We're actually going to be going faster than Who's Who here. Background's going to be going to the left. We're going to be zooming in here right into Jinbe's face. We're seeing Jinbe's stoic expression. He's ready for anything. Closer, closer, closer to the eye. Slower, slower. And for the contrast, we're going to go boom. Here's explosion. It's like, whoa, that's where Jinbe's eye just was. What just happened? This is where Who's Who has connected with Jinbe. And now we're going to start to reveal what's going on. We have flash, flash, flash. And now we can see that Jinbe stopped Who's Who. Not by actually touching him, but just with haki. We've got a bit of a distance between the two there. We're going to pull back further and further until we get in a nice safe distance with the camera. We can see everything going on. Look at this terrific. We got this nice Dutch angle here. We have all these vertical lines in the background. Really clear. Now Who's Who's aura is going to dissipate as Jinbe fights off the attack. Quickly goes into a few pieces. Now we're going to see the first shockwave coming out from them towards us on the ground. It's going to disrupt all the rocks in front of us in the foreground. The camera shake is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Rocks flying up past us, getting into the screen, going off. But look, we're keeping Who's Who and Jinbe in clear silhouette in the middle. I love that. Terrific compositional choices. Okay, time for Jinbe to turn the tables. We've got a 3-frame cycle going on in the background here. They're going further away from us as Who's Who is pushing Jinbe into the ground. We're getting debris and rocks kicked up into the camera here coming towards us. Lots of contrast, simple stuff. Now we've got Jinbe's hand coming in. Not quite sure what he's grabbing. Okay, he's doing something here. Just a quick shot. Now we go to another shot. The other hand's coming in, hand comes in open, and then we see it close. Great, that's all very clear. He's grabbed something in those 2 shots, those 2 very quick shots. Now we cut to the wide shot, and we're going to see, he's got Who's Who's teeth. Wow, that's scary stuff. Who's Who's mouth is big enough to swallow Jinbe. And so Jinbe's talking here. We've got a lot of camera movement going on, but not a lot else. We've got the fur, we've got the fabric flying in the wind. Pretty simple otherwise, though. Now we're going to cut to a wider shot. Now see, this is where we were in shot 8, a lot more detail. In shot 9, we go wider. It's not exactly the same drawing composition, but it's close enough. We recognize it. Now these drawings are actually done on threes. Each drawing is held for 3 frames, but with the camera shaking, it's moving on one. So they only have to do 8 drawings a second here, but it feels like it's a constant motion, which it is. Now Jinbe's doing the shoulder throw. Look at this wonderful, wonderful close-up artwork here, right into Jinbe's eye. We get to see the intensity. We already saw his eye once earlier. Here's another one. So close. Look at the teeth. Look at the detail on Jinbe's teeth. His teeth are all scratched, and he's been in so many battles. And now as he goes further away from us, we don't need to see all that detail. We're focused more on his face now. He's going further away just to reveal his full expression. Now he's going to come back into the screen, back into close-up here. We're getting to see that detail again, all the scratched up face and all the warrior battle scars that he's got there. Coming in closer, moving forward. Now he's going to move away from us again. We don't need as much detail once again. He's going to continue moving forward. He's going to be turning his face away as he goes for this shoulder throw. And there he goes, further and further and further. Now we get the hand in the foreground, holding Who's Who's tooth here. Terrific, terrific foreground element. Wipe, and then boom, we'll cut to the next shot. And look what's going on here. Jinbe's holding those teeth. And look at those teeth. They're almost broken out of Who's Who's mouth. Jinbe's got them so strongly. There's a lot of hockey-infused stuff going on there. And then we cut to this shot, and all the hockey's gone. Now, there was that black frame in between. That actually served as a really good transition between those two color pops. So here, all the debris is flying up from the ground. Who's Who, clearly see it on his chest. Debris, shockwave coming towards us. Look at all these effects. And there's a lot of, everything else that's just going on here is just follow through. Who's Who's just slowly going into the ground. Debris slowly coming up. Jinbe is slowly rotating around, just following through and finishing up what we just saw. Okay, Jinbe's final attack that we're looking at here. And look at these cute little water droplets. They're almost harmless. But this is Jinbe's water shot. This is a deadly powerful move. Hand comes back. We see the water there. Look at the intensity. Look at the pop and the change in contrast that we've got on this one frame here. All this blur, the face, the hands. Now we've got the fingers right into the screen. Really nice. It distorted and smeared. Jinbe's coming right for us as he's saying water shot. Again, we're getting that detail going into his eyes. Seeing so much of Jinbe's close-up, all of the detail, the intensity here. Whooshing past the screen. Now look, we've got 5 different water drops here for the water shot. And we're going to see these 5 again here. They're starting to come towards us. The camera's swinging around. These 5, we saw that for maybe 6, 8, 10 frames there. Just gives us enough to get a sense of it. And now we just cut to a 13-frame shot of Who's Who reacting. Whoa, he sees them coming. And now here, look at these terrific shapes that we've got in this shockwave that's coming ahead of these water droplets. These shapes are foreshadowing what we're about to see when it goes through the big wood pillar. Here comes the water drops, 3-dimensional, trailing behind, coming into screen, getting big quickly. Look at this frame. That's so wonderful. As Who's Who shaves off the screen, he uses his shave power to get away really quickly. But we had that one frame, there was just like 4 colors on the screen. And here comes those water droplets. Right where Who's Who was. Who's Who's disappearance created this debris shockwave shooting up from the ground there. Now we're right in the middle of the screen. Water droplets are going to come from all sides, above, below, left, right. And as each one of them hits the wooden pillar, it's going to create all kinds of debris flying off. And it happens immediately. It almost just evaporates the wood from this massive wood pillar. Just such a powerful move. And that's why that's why Who's Who had to dodge it. Wouldn't have been able to withstand that. And here we don't see all these all these holes in the wood here. That's off screen below us. We just see the result. We just see this huge pillar, and it's falling on 2s. So every second frame it's falling, but the camera shake is on 1s. So again, it makes it more integral. Now the smoke is being dragged to screen left, following the pillar as it falls. Debris is coming up, and Jinbe just standing triumphantly in the foreground. It's just a little bit of a breakdown from episode 1040 in One Piece. Wonderful stuff. This show, it's so exciting, and sometimes and other times it can make you cry. It's beautiful. Definitely recommend it. You can see it on Crunchyroll. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you next time.